2, 1.
ZTPmagazine.com brings you a superhero? Not that Ant-Man, this Ant-Man.
Hey, what's going on? It's Antman from ZTP Mag.
And this is Antman Verses.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
I'm a rockin' and I'm a rollin'.
Antman Verses
is all about giving you the story the right way. Up close and personal, bringing you all the information about his music familia.
Antman Verses
not only gives you insight on the artist, but the life and the strive to become the artist they become.
Antman Verses.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to the brand new Antman Verses show. How's it going, John?
I gotta pee.
You gotta pee?
Yep.
Oh, man. Already?
Sounds like personal problems.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Antman Verses. How's it going, John? Thanks for stopping in, man.
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
And our lovely intern.
Hey, y'all.
So we finally come up with a name for you, if I'm not mistaken, right?
We did.
Oh, really?
We did.
And
we made it complicated.
we did. So you're gonna have to help him out. I think it's definitely something you're gonna need to help him out with.
So it's Siobhan, but it's spelled Siobhan. It's Irish Gaelic.
Saban.
Yep. So we are hanging out with
Pretty dope.
with John Payne from Payne Productions. How's it going, John?
I'm doing great, man.
Gonna get you a different pair of headphones?
No, man, I'm just looking at myself and
You're a sexy fella.
shit. I'm an old man.
So you have a lot to talk about tonight, man, and you've been a pretty busy guy, and you got a lot to show us, and you have some pretty cool stuff that we're not even gonna break out right now.
Right.
But we're gonna break that out later.
Right.
Is there anything that the fans aren't allowed to ask you, first and foremost?
No, I mean, if I don't want to answer that, I guess I just won't. Yeah.
Right on.
It's that simple.
All right, guys. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna give you guys an opportunity, man, to get subscribed.
They got nothing left to show, but I'm holding on to what I've got my sights set on. When my bones start shaking and my heart's not making any sense, I'll grab hold of you. When my mind's exploring, but my brain is destroying every thought, I'll remember you. I'm getting old, but I'm not growing tired. I'm ready to make my move. There's no one to blame, I just never felt the same. I'm so sorry. I'm ready for something new. And I don't want to say this, but I've got to say this. I'm not comfortable, 'cause I'm just a dreamer, open, hungry dreamer, and I won't stop till I'm full. But I'm holding on to what I've got my sights set on. When my bones start shaking in my I'll hold on. When my bones start shaking, my heart's not making any sense. I'll grab hold of you. When my mind's exploring, my brain is destroying everything. I remember you, and I'll hold on. I'll hold on. I'll hold When my bones start shaking, my heart's not making any.
Oh, I got weed and I got ride. I get on the bus and time. After dark. 'Cause if you see a man up there with rotten teeth and a gunshot stare, don't say I didn't warn you about the park, about the park. Heading onward and onward, onward, Christian soldiers. One day you'll find I packed all my shit and I'm ready. Well, it's time to shout some melody, bayonets and candy. And the chance there that was tall times I ever had saw. fighting against you. And you got a brand new trigger finger. One day I'll find a shiny hole right between my eyes. Yes, and time keeps fighting on for you. And you got a brand new trigger finger. One day you'll find a shiny hole right between my eyes.
What's going on, Music Familia? Welcome to Antman Verses. We are hanging out right now with John Payne. He had to step out to use the little boy's room. Welcome back, John. How let's get your, there you go. Say hi. There you
Hi.
go. Hi. I'll let
Hi,
you,
everybody.
let you have
Hi, all three.
So how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. We got 10 viewers in the chat room right now.
10,
and
yes.
Secluded Fire, Licking County Metalheads,
What's up, guys?
Rick Anvil, and AP Photography, Dave Sheets.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Dave Sheets himself.
Yep. So,
There's another photographer in history. I won't say his name, but they call him the Angry Asian. We call him Dave the Angry Ginger.
Angry Ginger.
Sam
Sam Stockdale should fall into that as well.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Hold on. I forgot to turn the light on.
Oh, turning the lights on and off. So you guys, welcome to AntmanVS.com. This is on YouTube.
More gooder.
And if you guys had an opportunity to check out some of our previous podcasts, we are new, and every week we bring you the best stuff that we possibly can. And John, Mr. Payne, you are of no exception, sir.
Thank you for having me, man. It's pretty cool, man. Last
Yeah.
time I saw you were at the school. I mean, and you were kind of restricted as what we can do.
Kind of restricted my ass.
Dude.
I couldn't even say ass.
I know, right?
Couldn't do anything there.
I couldn't, like, you wouldn't even be able to have your cocktail,
Right.
No.
you know?
What cocktail?
Right.
I was doing great until you gave me a fucking Steelers cup.
Hey, you know what?
Sorry.
That's-
I mean,
God.
that, you know.
You can thank Siobhan for that.
Yeah, you know, I'm a Steelers fan. I have been since I was a kid.
So, what have
I
you...
love to hate Steelers fans.
It's all good. Everybody does.
So what do you enjoy the most? First and foremost, John, you know, for everybody who doesn't know you, you do a lot of photography and video, man. But I have to ask you, first and foremost, what don't you like about your job?
Nothing. Not seeing my friends.
Yeah.
Honestly, not seeing my wife. That's the biggest downfall. You know, that's what I don't regret. I mean, because I have to work my ass off. But, you know, I just wish I had more time to hang out.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff.
In the last 5 years or so, things have taken a huge, take like roller coaster ride. I feel like, you know, definitely, it's monumentally huge, man. Like to find words to describe it. How do you wrap your head around it every day?
I don't see it that way, man. I just I wrap my head around it every day. I wake up and I sit in my office in my underwear and I think about how far behind I am.
Yeah.
That's all I can wrap my head around. You know, I don't worry about anything else. I mean, I try to do social media and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's amazing that people, it is. I mean, it's like when I started and then, you know, I never even thought I'd be photography. It was all in video and then it just turned into this photography thing. Now I'm shooting for the freaking Blitz, shooting rock on the range and shit like that, and getting amazing opportunities just because of the Blitz. It's not me, you know what I mean? So when people say, oh, you're this, you're that, it's like, you know, it has a lot to do with a lot of other people. It's just, I'm just there pushing photos, taking pictures, you know. It could be somebody else. There's a lot of great photographers.
How long have you been doing photography and video work?
4 years, I think. Photography, when I got my Mark III, I got it 2 years ago. Well, about 2.5 years ago. Yeah, that's when I considered myself professional. Like I took it to the next level at that point. I had the camera. I started acquiring the gear that I needed because I'd always talked about getting to that next level. I did the whole
Right.
Soup and Sammy thing, did the fundraiser to be able to get the camera, and it was fucking awesome. We had the dinner, and and it got me, the camera got me to, and I was at the next level, and I felt, okay, now I talked shit about this for like 6 months and got all these people to raise this money for me. Now I have to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Right.
And so then it was just like full force, and I was going to shoot whatever I could, and let everything else work itself out.
What was the first thing you ever shot? Like that you
Well,
remember,
Boba
like.
Flex. I mean, it was always Boba Flex.
But I mean, before Boba Flex. I mean, your first photo. Do you remember your first photo you
Fuck
ever
no.
took?
I mean, it was funny. Like Marty said, he's like, dude, you always had like the point and shoot camera. I was always the guy who had the camera. I'd take
Right.
videos, but they were party pictures.
Right.
It's like, it's your typical fan, like not fan. I guess fan photos from like a different perspective because I got to hang out with the band. But it was nothing on rule of thirds. It was nothing like that. It was just like snapping photos kind of thing, But so I've always taken pictures, what
Yeah.
I mean? It's just, I've always enjoyed it. My mom loved it. I mean, we had photo album after photo album after photo album. I mean, she had pictures of everything. And so, like, my aunt says that, like, I'm carrying on my mom's torch because she always wanted to be a photographer, but she never did. So maybe that's where it came from. That's why I think. Mom passed away. Because it's weird the way everything happened. I don't know how we got on this, but like Mom passed away, and like I was already in video work, and then it was like I was drinking real bad. Lived in Crown Royal bottle for a year.
Yeah.
And Marty was like, "Come on, dude, let's go on tour." And I had a GoPro.
Yeah.
And so we went and bought a point and shoot, and I went out on tour with him for like a week and a half, and it just.
Now
it's like,
break it down for the people speak English. You
Right.
can go photography, Spanglish quick, and people are like, "What? That's a big word." Whoa.
Well, no.
All right,
Well,
so what's a point and shoot
a
to
point
you?
and shoot's like your standard, you just point and shoot camera. You know what I mean? Your $300-$400 camera. I mean, actually, $99 camera. I mean, not everybody uses their phones. It's different, I guess. But like your cyber shots, your Sony cyber shot, Nikon. I
The
forget
little
what name of-
snapshot thing.
Yeah, those little, but we spent like $400 on one, and it was a Nikon. I took it out and I didn't like it, so we returned it. And the next thing I was looking at, sitting there, I was like, I can get a T3. Or actually, I was looking at another point and shoot, and Amber's like, hey, dipshit, you can get the camera you wanted, the T3i, in a lens, basically for the price you're going to pay for this point and shoot.
Lincoln County Metalheads says go Steelers. So you got one fan.
Oh yeah.
The Bears.
You got one
Hey,
one fan.
At least we're not Patriots fans.
So yeah.
How
that's the
bad you want
story.
this job? Nah, seriously though. So John,
I forgot. Yeah, see, I got
Yeah.
off on a tangent. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
so Mom passed away. Let me. I do have to finish that because
No, go ahead.
it was like, we got the DSLR camera. It was just weird the way everything happened, and then went right back out on tour with them for like, I don't know, it ended up being 5 weeks over like 8 weeks, and I started using my DSLR camera, and next thing you know, I was using it for video, and I had to learn how to use the camera, so I was taking photos. I figured, what the fuck? Next thing you know, people are paying me to do, photography, and I think it was just like, in some weird way, Mom's energy is has something to do with what I'm doing right now,
I
without
heard,
freaking too many people out.
Hey, I totally believe in all that. There's my daughter was born 4/8 of this year. Her middle name is Audrey. My great grandmother passed away on 8/8 and was born on 4/14 of 14. Like 4 and 8 are a big thing with her birth date and death date, and I believe in that. There's definitely something with things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, we're all just energy waiting to be let loose when we die.
Exactly.
And my wife found that out when she was shroomed. She's like, I figured out what happened to you when you died. It was great.
Epic. That's
Sorry,
awesome.
baby.
That's pretty
I
awesome.
just busted her out. But anyway, that was many moons ago. So
We got something special for you guys right here from Conversion Delay. I'm gonna get this on here for you guys, and hopefully you guys like this stuff. This is let's see, Constant Contact right here for you. Slurpy slurp.
I did that. Oh shit. Sorry. Fucking rookie.
Constant contact with this endless stream, ever present and all encompassing, drowning in digital currents, but I don't feel a thing. No, I don't feel a thing. Far be it from me to complain, but this familiar stimulation has come up again. Thought it just might be in my head, though as of late it seems like all of my nerves have gone dead. Open my mouth, but there's no sound. My voice is muffled by the waves that keep on crashing down in our universal figments of data by oceans that go on and on and on. Constant contact with this endless stream, ever present and all encompassing, drowning in digital currents, but I don't feel a thing. No, I don't feel a thing. Contact with this endless stream, ever present and all encompassing, drowning in digital currents. By now you think I've learned to tread with all these words dragging me down. I guess I'll sing instead. The letters all begin to blur. I give up, I'm moving on. Constant contact with this endless stream, ever present and all encompassing, drowning in digital currents, but I don't feel a thing. No, I don't feel a thing. No, I don't feel a thing.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey at Cold Cock.
Mag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ztpmag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
CTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ztpmag.com.
What's going on, Music Familia? Welcome back to the show. Hanging out with our man, John Payne. What's going on, buddy?
ZTP Mag's the shit.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy's awesome.
So I want to give some shout-outs here to a couple sponsors of the show. Really important to make sure that we show love to our sponsors, of course. Columbus Botanical Depot, man, my man Joe over there. If you guys aren't familiar with CBD, you guys need to check it out, man. It is healthy. It's definitely one of
amazing
those
stuff.
things. And, I've been supporting it for quite some time now, and it's something that you guys could definitely get behind. For more information, you guys can go to cbdhemphealth.com. Go ahead and get more information on that website. But it's helping seizure patients, it's helping children, and it's helping John get yelled at by his wife.
Yeah. Actually, Dave was telling me about that place earlier.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, you need to go down there.
Yep,
It's like,
you guys want to give him a call, man. 14 West Pacemont Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43202, 614-407-4420, Columbus Botanical Depot. Go ahead and give Joe a call. Let him know Antman sent you over there, and I'm sure he'll take care of you. I want to give a shout-out to John Guthman of Jack Maxton Chevrolet. He was in here with the Golden Voice, Ted Williams, a couple of days ago, and had a chance to hang out with him, do some voiceover work, and do some commercial work with them. So give a shout out to them over there at Jack Maxton. Also, Raw Designs, Ryan Woods, my man, 614-425-7901. He keeps me looking sexy. All the new logos and fine tapestry stuff you see around. John, you have some interesting things in your hands there. And I'm curious.
What you got?
Calendar. It's the For All Seasons calendar we did with Patty McCown, and it's benefiting stock hands horses for healings. They do a lot of work with the autism kids and stuff like that, and it's star treatments. Matt Doritos, his charity, that's a pretty cool deal. They get tour buses for kids that are going to get their chemo, and they put them on these tour buses, and they'll have their family with them, have their friends with them, and they basically treat them like a rock star. They take them to their treatment on them buses and just treat them like a rock star, and then they get to come home. A lot of times kids are sick, but they don't feel like it or whatever. It's like, you go lay in the bunk.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? Your friends are there, your family's there. It's a really cool deal. And then the stock hands thing. I mean, we're gonna get out there now. It's getting warm out. I want to get out there and take some pictures of, the kids, get some of the models from the calendar out there, and I think that's real important to do. So,
How much time do you spend in your, photography life? Like, how much donated time? Do they? I mean, is it something that you make millions of dollars at?
No.
Like, are you like making, or is it something that you it's better than just a paycheck at the end of the day?
it's some things you just do because because it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? I always said, I think when we talked last time, I said, if I'm ever in a position where I could do things and helps people out, my services, my services somehow do some good and help some charities out, well, that's what I'm going to do, and I do as much as I can, I really do. So,
what advice would you give to a beginning photographer? If somebody was out there listening right now that is looking at their camera from across the room right now and is like, man,
put it in manual mode, manual focus, and don't take it out, and make yourself learn the camera. That's what I did the first year. I mean, it sucked
what
at
you
a
gotta
50.
do.
Yeah, I mean, I did to learn it. I mean,
It
really, you
is.
do. I mean, because it's so easy to put it in the other modes.
Oh, yeah.
It's in P mode, which we like to joke and call professional mode. People are like, yeah, I put it in professional mode. It's like, oh, goddamn. So, it's just, it really does. It forces you, especially in concert photography. Like, for me, it's like, you step into the pit and it's muscle memory now. My thumb, it's like my camera's up, and people are like, oh, he's taking so many pictures. It's like, no, most of the time I'm making my adjustments because the light was there. The guy moved 3 feet and now he's totally in different light, and I'm still trying to get a picture. Now I got to grok. You know, you're sitting there, you're just working your controls in the back, so you have to be able to manually learn how to run that camera. You know, it's just something you got to do. I had a 50 millimeter 1.8 for the first year, manual focus. That's all I
So we got the chat room is
What do they wanna
going
know?
crazy.
What do they want to know?
Well, so we'll get right here. So we were talking about, you know, the whole donation and stuff like that, volunteer work, and Photo Nation talked about kidney patients. As far as for CBD oil and stuff like that, he's having positive results from that. So
Yep.
I think we're gonna have him come in and talk about it, probably live on air. Probably
Yeah, he's only been doing it like 3 days. He's like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to get some for rocking around. He's like, you just put some under your tongue. He goes, your feet aren't going to hurt. Your legs won't hurt. He's like, it's just going to make you feel better throughout the day.
It does.
Monty from Lincoln County Metalheads fully supports Antman Verses and John Payne. We always try to share his kick-ass pictures
Yes,
as
you
much
do.
as we can. And
I appreciate it.
Secluded Fire says, you know, that you rock and they love you.
What's up?
Lincoln County
Thank you,
Metalheads
guys.
again. They wanted posters really. They want posters really bad. So they're gonna be.
Posters.
Yeah, they seen the pictures. They seen the photos sitting there in the camera view. So they wanted.
Posters. The posters are over there.
Yeah. I think he's
No,
talking
the
about.
calendars, you mean?
I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh,
I'm not
no, this is the other calendar that I have. This is the one that I did, and it's... I screwed up, man. I learned my lesson on calendars, man. You're an idiot. I mean, I did the stupidest thing. I decided to do a calendar in December and thought I would sell them, and it just didn't happen. So I got like 40 of these things left. I'm dropping them to $25. And it's at this point, it's basically a charity thing. I'd like to pay for the calendars first, and then all the proceeds are gonna
How much are the calendars, John, and where can they get their copy?
$24.99. And I'll have to change the album because I haven't changed the price in the album yet. But because they were $29.99, I'll take them down to $23.99 and then shipping, so it's still under $30. But so all the proceeds, it's like Jeremy Moore.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna do something with that. With split whatever I end up making off of these, will go half to Jeremy, and then the other half's gonna go to the Lehman Company Memorial. The guy who actually helped me get these counters made is the Lehman Company veteran, and I don't know if he wants me to mention his name or not, but you know, it was pretty cool.
Some of our soldiers is actually how I remember me and you actually first working together. I think that was the first project that me and you actually shared, like hand in hand on something.
Nice.
And our intern Siobhan was there at that show as well.
Yep.
It's
And
a really good show for a really good cause.
Yeah.
I think you know, the scope of it in the moment, you never really think about how big something like that is, and then you step away from it a couple months, a year, you know, whatever, and then bam, like in the face, it's like, you know, these guys are just influential and powerful in their conversation and what they have to say about everything.
Well, they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because they're getting results. You know what I mean? It's like they're dealing with the PTSD. You know, and it's like, you know, Michael Ferriman, he climbed Everest last year. You know, it was a goal. I mean, not too many people do that, and he had all kinds of problems. I mean, they had issues. Like, I mean, the stories he's told are pretty insane. But you know, the Summit for Soldiers flags at the top of Everest.
Yep.
And it was all done through raising. You know, it's. They didn't like raise the money. They didn't take the money from the charity. It was independently funded. But it drew so much attention that, you know, it brings money into the program, and it allows them to take these other veterans out on these other, you know, mountain climbs and these other outings that they do and everything. You know, it's like you got to get these guys out. Yeah, that's what just kills. I don't know.
They want you to speak into the
It
microphone, John. They're yelling at you in the chat room.
It kills me that these veterans go put their lives on the line in these horrible situations, horrible living conditions out in the freaking desert, and they come home and, you know, it's just they don't have anything. These guys are coming home wounded, missing legs, and you know what, and they just forget about them. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just I don't understand it, man. It just needs they need a lot more done for them.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree definitely.
Licking County Metalheads says they want to do a calendar, a suicide prevention calendar, and do something like that as well. So, yeah, they're giving us crap about your mic again. So you're
I'm
good.
trying.
You're good now, though. You're good.
Well, see, I'm a mouth breather, man, and I'm
Right.
trying to stay back.
Yeah,
I
you
know
can't
that. I'm
pop.
like,
You can't pop it like
I'm
a
like
top.
40. I smoked my whole life. That's what
How do you remain professional in the world we live in? Just starting out as an artist, I don't. So what helps you? What helps you keep it professional?
What do you mean? I mean, I'm not understand.
Yeah. So Crystal Ortiz is asking this question: how do you remain professional in the world we live in today? Like, as in, how do you?
You just have ethics, man. You gotta have morals and I guess I come from a different breed. I mean, I'm gonna do things a certain way. It's gonna be my way, but I'm not gonna step on anybody's throat. I'm not gonna go if I find out a good friend of mine is competing on a job, and I'm gonna step away from it. I'm not gonna step on people's toes. It's all about the good
Right.
calling. You know what I mean?
What do you think about new photographers coming in trying to? I don't know. It can be taken a couple ways. I'm told I'm not a photographer, nor am I a musician, so I try to stay in my lane whenever,
Right.
But I'm always curious how does a new photographer walk into an event they've never shot before? How does a new photographer even get into something like this?
You have to. That's why I went to the Blitz. I mean, I knew I wanted to be. After going out on tour and doing all that stuff with Flex, and then I did some stuff with Pop Evil. And I went to Rock on the Range, and it was 2000. We were back there with Pop Evil. You know, it was the Lima Company Marines. It was Pop Evil. It was DMC from Run DMC. They're on stage, and I'm sitting here taking pictures of this event just because I got in on a whim. You know, I wasn't shooting for the Blitz or anything. You know, this is all through the Marines. You know, because Mike Straley, the director of the Lima Company Marines, I mean, he was like, I want you to shoot it. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we just got to get you in. And then, you know, so I'm standing on the stage at Rock on the Range, and I look out, and there's 40,000 people out there, and I'm standing there taking pictures. I'm like, man, this is pretty fucking cool. You know, I'm not supposed to be up there. I didn't know any better. That's, you know, they know, like, at this point, like, it's at the end of the set, okay? At the end of the set, no photographers are in the pit anymore. You only get to shoot the first 3 songs. So this is at the end of the set. There's only like 2 photographers down there. It's like magazine, like the festival photographer, the house photographer for the festival, and probably like Rolling Stone photographer or whoever was down there. You know what I mean? Those are the only 2 guys, and then me, and then the photographer Steve for Pop Evil. And it's at the end of the set. So here I am. I'm on the stage. I'm jumping down on these fucking monitors, on these speakers to get down in a pit and shit. I'm running around there like an idiot. You know what I mean? And it was stupid. I was being stupid, but I didn't know. I guess I didn't know any better because he's like, dude, you can go anywhere. I was like, all right, so I am. I'm going to go anywhere.
Right.
But now, you know, I bought a book. I figured out that's what I wanted to do. And I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. It's intense. And I bought a book and figured out how to do it right and did a lot of research. And I knew that you have to shoot for a media outlet. If you want to shoot concerts,
Oh, yeah.
John Payne's not going to hit up in this moment. You know, they don't give a shit. Why are they going to have every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the pit? Don't like that shit. There's already enough of those. There's already enough of that going on already. So
one of the other things they're saying, AP photography, or Photo Nation AP, actually, I apologize, guys. But Photo Nation AP says, don't oversaturate the market. Don't lowball prices.
Right.
Lincoln County Metalhead says, respect the profession, not always the person. Don't do private shoots for free. And
well, it just depends where you're at in your career. I mean, when you're starting off, I mean, most of your work is free. I still do free work just to get your foot in the door somewhere, because you think it's going to lead to something bigger. You know what I mean? I try not to do it as much as possible, and then you have your faithful clients that just call you up and just want something done, and you're like, you know what? You just do it. You know what I mean? And it's just, it may take you 2 or 3 hours, it might take you half a day, but you just do it for them, and
Right.
you take care of it because that's what you do for each other.
We're
you
gonna get
know what I mean?
into. We're gonna get one more
What's
question
up?
before we go to
Ask
break
me
here.
anything.
So why only 3 songs?
It's just industry standard. Honestly, it's I think it has to do by the third song. Musicians start getting a little sweaty. They don't look as good.
Makeup starts to run.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
If you can't get what you need to cover, most people, okay, going to the concert photography thing, if you're in the pit, you're covering this concert for a media outlet that's going to be doing a story or an interview or something. With that being said, if you can't get what you need for your story in the first 3 songs, you shouldn't be in the pit. You know what I mean?
True.
And then there are cases, in this moment, it's always been awesome. In this moment, lets you shoot the entire time. They don't care. They're like, just shoot the entire time. So
Nice.
that's amazing.
Well,
Some bands are like that.
With the kind of show that they put on, it's not really surprising because there's a lot going on. I love In This Moment. They're amazing. Amazing band. She's gorgeous and yeah.
She's the goddess, supreme metal goddess for a reason.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
So what are we gonna talk about, Siobhan? Next coming, you got some stuff to talk about.
I have a couple of things that I think we should at least touch on. So we'll talk about.
What is it? What is it? Let's lead it in. Let's lead it in.
So the first
Put the
one
tip in,
is
please.
the first one
Grab
is
her,
Just
grab her.
the tip.
Just grab her by her pussy.
another piece of the saga of the heroin epidemic.
Oh God.
You know, because it's ongoing and never ending apparently.
We're also gonna.
Especially in this part of the country.
Unfortunately, it's very true. It is unfortunately, and
We're also going to talk about Steve
it's
Harvey's
very heartbreaking.
letter. He sent a memo to all his staff. Steve Harvey did a
Mm-hmm.
personal memo and an email, and we're going to read that for you guys coming up. I want to get your professional opinion on that, John. Hey, John, let them know where they can find all your stuff, man, in between time for the break.
Payingproductions.com.
Yeah.
Everything's linked through there.
And you're going to get, in the break, you're going to probably
99.7 to Blitz.
You're going to try to lay some stuff out there on the couch for everybody to see.
You want me to lay out on the couch for everybody?
Yeah,
to see?
yeah.
You got to give me a
I
little
don't
more
know,
Crown
that-
Royal than
that
that,
might-
buddy.
that might get
that
another
might be
call from
segment
your
4.
wife.
Might be segment 4. Oh, she don't care.
Here,
She's like,
kitty,
oh
kitty.
God, he's just gonna be an idiot again. Here he goes. Here he goes.
Yep.
Yep. So
So, right
I'm
on.
gonna be shit when I come back. And I got a strawberry in my mouth. I'm going.
Sounds like a Dave Sheets moment.
Oh, God, damn, with his ass out, rock star, old,
ginger
Here we go.
strawberry.
old rock star.
Brand new stuff right here called Any Given Sunday for those guys who love whipped cream.
Oh yeah.
what I long to be, sailing by the stars across the seven seas, living with no earthly cares, my mates and me, the envy of a worldly men who are not free.
Song to sing for beggars, a song to sing for saints, a song to sing for wealthy men or wrapped and bound in chains. Our treasures not in gold or in our piety. Our wealth is in an answer call, the longing of the sea. The stormy oceans carry us to lands we've never known, to mysteries and buried secrets from the tales of old. So hoist the sail and raise the flag. We do not stop for night. Ride the wild winds and
So that's the pirate shanty, and I played it in memory of a friend who's on his way to Costa Rica. And-
Captain Van Leer.
Yep. And that dude has what they call garb and totally pimped out pirate styling, dude. Like, looks really official. Pretty freaking awesome. But I found this in my archive and I wanted to play it for everybody. The new Pirates of the Caribbean is getting ready to come out.
Oh yeah, I can't
So
wait.
make sure you guys get ready for that. So, Siobhan, you have a story that's been bugging literal shit out of you.
Yeah. So, I'm not a fan of heroin anyway, but, if I didn't already like it, I have another reason not to now. So, new hepatitis C infections triple, driven by drug use. That's per the CDC. So, it says new cases of hepatitis C nearly tripled in the past 5 years, driven mostly by people sharing needles to inject... Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. To inject drugs, federal health officials said Thursday. So not only is heroin, killing everybody because it's heroin, now it's going to kill people because they're getting hep C from it. That's great, as if it wasn't bad enough.
I was walking down our sidewalk not that long ago in front of the studio out there on the street, and I found, no joke, I did find a used needle and a used condom. But you know what the disgusting part about that is that the needle was wrapped up inside the condom. Like, so they got done with it and put it inside the condom, thinking that was going to probably protect it, whatever. But the needle was sticking out the tip of it. I did, obviously, I went and got gloves and, properly do what I needed to do. Took care of it, so some kid or somebody, an animal or whatever, doesn't get stuck or poked. But
wow.
So it turns out that the epidemic is getting pretty crazy. And the last time that we reported on this, the last show, we were talking about the free shoot-up spots where they're going to actually they're going to have one shift of, EMTs or, life-saving people on hand for such an occasion. But they've already started doing this in Seattle. So that's, it's set to take forth in 2020. They're going to try to make a law to, if they don't get the wraps on it soon, they're talking about in 2020 coming up with a plan to, help. But you think about the rate of people that are ODing right now. You think about 2020 and how many people are dying a day. So
yeah, it's well, and furthermore on this, the hepatitis C cases are soaring among pregnant women at that. So, as a woman who just had a premature baby due to nothing that I could control, I have to say that those that are getting that from sharing heroin needles, there's a special place for them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Just, I have to say that as a new mother.
I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the room hanging out with us right now. John is out and about. Who do you want to see the most at Rock on the Range? That's what John's big poll question is. Join John in the chat room and be part of the action and see what's going on. And one thing's for sure. We have some interesting things laid out for you guys to see. John's going out to grab a couple other things out of the vehicle, and he's going to be back in here shortly with some more photography, some more things for you to see. And
Goodies.
who knows, we might even take a little call or two. Depends on who's interested, who wants to be on the phone with John live right here on Antman Verses. We're going to talk about Steve Harvey and the letter that he wrote to his staff. That started a huge firestorm. We're going to talk about that coming up. In the meantime, get you some nice rise. Let you rise to the occasion with us. Go ahead, check out painproductions.com. Love that stuff. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to Antman Verses. And hanging out with my man, John Payne. What's going on, John?
All I know is Assalicious can twerk with the best of them.
You know, a lot of people are asking the whole why the Siobhan thing. And so our man from ZTP Magazine, Jeremy, mentioned a very valid point about the whole Assalicious name and how it would not sound proper in the professional world, and how I might not necessarily be able to bring her on projects.
It could be
Right.
offensive, you know, and I get that. Like, I am not easily offended. The way that I was raised, I'm a tomboy. It's hard to
Yeah,
offend
but
me, you know.
The world
But-
we live in, everybody's offended.
But everybody's easily offended in this day and age. So, and you know, especially when it comes to like female rights and things like that. And so, you know, I get it. It's okay. I get it. I'm not hurt by it. So.
Siobhan works.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna go with Siobhan, and Jennifer is asking where Siobhan came from.
So it's Irish Gaelic. I'm Irish and German, and well, you know, there's that whole thing with Hitler and the Jews with being German. So I
That whole thing.
prefer, yeah, you know, I prefer my Irish heritage because of
Fair
that.
enough. Fair enough.
You know.
I'm German Hungarian.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quite interesting. So
Just the Hungarian, not the Hungarian.
just a Gary. Good one, John. But don't.
Nice.
Hey, dude.
Nice.
I told you, brutal honesty.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't figured it out, man, we're hanging out with John Payne from Payne Productions, live in Antman Verses, and you don't look bald anymore.
Yeah, I know. I looked like a
Right.
bald woman earlier.
Oh man. So what do you got there on the
Sorry.
couch, my man?
Yeah, tell us about
People's
your
been asking
goodies.
about these metal prints because I've been running these print specials and stuff. And this is that metal print that I can't believe it. Like only 11 entries so far into this contest. But
I'm
giving this
one
metal
of 'em.
print away on the 15th. And it only costs $10 to get in, but people wanted to see it, so we gotta like put it up to a camera.
Yeah.
Try to show them with this mug, like how beautiful that thing is. Like, look, it's glass. They asked what's so special about it. It's like, go ahead and like tilt it. There you go. See, I mean, it's just like the detail is like nothing I've ever seen before. These cameras came and pick it up. I mean, they saw it. It's
amazing.
Is it not
It's
ridiculous?
amazing. Like I said, I want to buy a whole bunch of entries and you know,
hey,
just
John.
take it away from everybody.
So when you're looking at this
Yeah.
right here, this
Yeah.
is your actual pass, correct?
Yeah, that's the photo pass that they gave us for the show that night to shoot it.
And this
And
is
then-
your signature here,
Yeah, and that can easily come off.
and it's not. I wouldn't.
Well, I mean,
I mean-
I was surprised. A lot of people ask me to sign his stuff when they buy it. It's-
Why
I
are you
don't-
surprised? Oh,
It's cause I'm just some dude from Columbus. with a
and here's the
camera.
official sticker
Yes.
with all the information you need, with everything,
Yeah,
literally.
the show,
But
what tour it was, the band,
Where
who's
can
in the
they?
band.
Where can they get this? Where can they raffle
That
for
is
this?
at payneproductions.shootproof.com/gallery/ITM contest. It's linked on my Facebook. I mean, just go to my Facebook page, and you should be able to get through it there. You send $10 and you get a ticket. I'm gonna cut the drawing at noon on the 15th, and then I'm gonna
Microphone,
pull the
John.
tickets.
Microphone, John.
Oh, and then I'm gonna pull the tickets. Sorry,
You're good.
The contest will be done on the 15th at noon. All entries at that, they'll cease, and then I'll start pulling tickets and writing everybody's, pull all the entries, names, write their names on the tickets. I'm gonna do it all that on Facebook Live. And then later on, and show everybody if they got their tickets and all that good crap. And then later on, like at 5 o'clock or something like that, maybe we'll do the drawing for the winner. And then they get the calendar, and then a second place gets calendar. But everybody gets that 5x7 print of Marie, and it's like my favorite, one of my favorite shots of her ever. I mean, it's just amazing. I wish I
John,
had it.
how do you feel about entitlement in the industry? Like the word entitlement and
There's
self-entitlement and all that fun jazz. I'm just curious.
self-entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Like what? People just think they're entitled to do shit
Mm-hmm.
because of.
I have a good reason why I ask you. I'm just curious what your point of view is.
I mean, it's weird for me. Okay, the only way I can answer that, it's like, I shoot for 99.7 The Blitz, and most of the shows that I shoot presented by 99.7
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
John, do you have any corn stuff for sale by chance?
No.
And do you
no.
have and your other question, was it hard to make that print? I don't want to go. I
No.
don't want the familiar. to
Oh
feel
no,
left
sorry.
Yeah.
No. It's not hard. It's just the thing is you got to pick a picture that's gonna look right because of how detailed it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but generally that takes, like, if I order a print, it usually I can get it within a week and a half. Something like that, it takes a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You know, just because.
How big can you go?
Oh, I can go 30 by 40 if you want.
Wow.
They're like $400.
Right.
You know, I mean, but it's crazy because I get on these other photographers. I sell my 5x7s for $3.99, and I see these other photographers that are doing the same thing. Like, no, I'm not talking Jeremy and them guys. Other photographers around the city are selling these things for like $20. It's like their 16 by 20s are $65, $70. I sell mine for $35. It's just like,
Wow.
you know what I mean? It's just, Dave was talking about don't undercut the market, but when the market's ridiculous, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not trying to rip people off. It's like, I
Right.
know how, I see the number because it tells me when I put my final price, what I'm selling the print for on the thing, it tells me my profit right next to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a big difference between 65, 70 and 35. Trust me.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean? On a 16 by 20.
So
It
you'd
just
say you
kills
get what
me.
you pay for.
Right, but it's just like people are like, well, you undervalue yourself, dude. I've been shooting professional photography for 2 fucking years. I'm nobody. I got a couple national publications with motorcycles and shit like that, but that doesn't make me anybody. I shoot for a radio station. The reason I shoot the bands I shoot is because of the radio station. It's not because of me. It's
Right.
not because of me.
But you are a phenomenal photographer, though. Like, you really are. And,
Oh shucks.
I know, right?
I mean-
It's just like, oh, you make me blush.
you know,
Well, I appreciate
you
that.
are.
I do.
So that's part of why people are like that
Right.
about it, you know?
I mean, that's definitely one of my goals, but it's just like, I got my head down working. I'm just trying to stay caught up.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like, so it's hard for me to, I don't wrap my head around that stuff, like what you're asking, because I can't even, I don't really fathom it. It's just, one of these days I'll look up and it's
Just
it's
a
gonna be
dude in
really,
his
really
camera.
fucking awesome.
Just a
That's
dude.
all I'm gonna say.
Right.
I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna be like, holy shit, we got a fat house.
So you're like
Amber's
the
got her dog
Lebowski.
rescue,
You're like-
and I'm doing what I want. Amber's doing her fucking dream, you know, and that's really important. I am gonna say that. It's like, it just kills me because
So you're like the Lebowski
she
of
hates
photography
going
then.
to fucking work, man, and I hate that she hates going to work.
Right.
Right.
I want her to be able to experience what I'm experiencing. I
Right.
get to do all this fucking Metallica at Rock and Range. No, while I shoot them, I don't know. They might pull some photo bullshit, which happens a lot.
Will a ginger pee in the dark? Damn straight he will.
Right. You know, if Metallica pulls a card and says no, you know, we're not letting anybody in there except for a few people, it's whatever, dude. I'll still rock out. But, you know, I'm shooting the biggest fucking rock festival in the country. I'm living my dream.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to do. And she's busting her fucking ass at a job she fucking hates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's just really, like, it's so important. It's like, I just can't express, like, it just becomes part of it, of your everyday being. It's just like, trust me, I don't want you to have to go to work either. I
Right.
don't want you to be
Right.
miserable every day.
Yeah.
But I love her for doing it, you know, because it allows me to do what I do.
Yeah,
I don't
but
make.
You give her a lot
As-
of credit,
as
man.
a-
You give her a lot of credit.
She
and I-
deserves
and-
everybody.
and
Every
she
bit of
does,
it.
and she
Every
does.
bit of it.
And so that's, you know, I think it's a testament to how strong you guys' relationship is. How long have
Right.
you and Amber been together, if you don't mind me asking?
We've been together 13 years, married for 11, going on 12.
Wow.
Yeah. We've been through a lot together, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
It's
like
not
I was
easy.
the
That's a
old
long
creeper. I was
time.
27, she was 19.
You know, it's not easy in this industry to maintain a relationship and balance the industry and a love, you know, not just a love life, but a trusting growing relationship.
Yeah.
You know, especially,
Right.
you know, I'm freshly married. I'm coming up on, you know, August 8th, and so that's pretty exciting for me, you know. But to listen to people that have been married 10, 15, 20, my grandparents, you know, were together for like 50 years.
Right.
My grandfather passed first due to liver issues because he was such a Bush drinker. He drank his Bush, and, you know, he loved his cigarettes. He quit smoking. But, you know, he was in the Navy for the longest, so, I mean, hard to keep those boys down.
Right.
And, but once he passed away, you know, Grandma lived on for quite a while, but eventually, you know, I think she, you know, went lonely. You know, you get depressed after a while.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's important to maintain relationships and friendships in this industry and not cut your bridges. And one of the things that brings me to this whole conversation, you know, Steve Harvey, you know Steve Harvey, he's a great guy. You know, he does local TV and stuff like that, but he's had his mishaps in the last few years. Well, one of the things was this full memo that he wrote to his staff, and it goes a little something like this. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'd like all of you to review and adhere to all the following notes and rules for season 5 of my talk show. There will be no meetings in my dressing room. No stopping by or popping in. And I mean no one. Now, all the capital letters when I raise my voice, these are his attitude in the memo he sent out. Do not come to my dressing room unless invited. Do not open my dressing room door. If you open my door, expect to be removed. My security team will stop everyone from standing at my door who have the intent to see or speak to me. I want all the ambushing to stop now. That includes TV staff. You must schedule an appointment. I have been taken advantage of by my Legion policy in the past. This ends now. No more. Do not approach me while I'm in the makeup chair unless I ask to speak with you directly. Either knock or use the doorbell on my dressing room door. Furthermore, I am seeking more free time for me throughout the day. Do not wait in any hallway to speak to me. I hate being ambushed. Hate it. Please make an appointment. I promise you I will not entertain you in the hallway. Do not attempt to walk with me. If you're reading this, yes, I mean you. Everyone, do not take offense to the new way of doing business. It is for the good of my personal life and enjoyment. Thank you all, Steve Harvey. And he's not sorry about it at all. He told him, he said, anybody else, grab a box if you got an issue with it.
Well, hey, you know what?
Wow.
The man has had a couple rough years, I guess you could say, but man doesn't want to be bothered. Do you blame him?
If you were to get that big, John, would you stop taking time for the familia, for the fans, for the people that have gotten you where you are? You know, if you were in Steve's shoes, would you be, you know, because, you know, he's right. I see his point.
It's a totally different situation. I mean, people wouldn't come at it. I don't know. I can't compare to that because I wouldn't have a team that's waiting for me in the hallway.
Right.
So,
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just
But I mean, if you built a production company to where you needed 5, 6, 7 of John Payne's, and you need
goddamn sale. Forget about Trump. If you got 6 or 7 John Payne's, dude, that's whew, you're gonna wish Trump was around. You're gonna want 2 Trumps. Trust me, you don't want that many John Payne's. Oh God, the world can barely handle one.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just honestly, like I was talking to these guys the other day, and it's like, I just want to do my thing. I just want to take pictures, and I want to think about photo shoots, and only do that and edit. I don't want to do anything else, and then it'll give me my free time to go be with my people, and everything will be cool. You know what I mean? But I get in these spots where it's hard to say no, and you do start trying to do too much, and you have no time for yourself, and then you know people. I don't know. It just becomes you're always fighting to stay, like not being behind. You know what I mean? And people already say I'm arrogant and I'm cocky and shit like that. Oh, he forgot about his friends. It's like, no, I didn't. I just worked my fucking ass off.
Right. Yeah.
Ask my wife.
Yeah.
We lived together, and she might see me 3 or 4 hours a week sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
and we
My wife's
live
the same way.
together.
Yep, my wife is the same way.
And you're mad at me because I
Yep.
can't return your phone call. I'm fucking sorry, dude. I gotta hang out with my wife.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What is
Not sorry.
what right?
Exactly.
No, so I want to give a shout out to some sponsors real quick. Columbus Botanical Depot, man, my man Joe over there, Columbus Botanical Depot, CBDHempHealth.com. Check out that awesome site. My man Dave Sheets is a sworn testimonial of
Yes,
that
he is.
thing, and he's loving it right now. So make sure you follow Dave's awesome advice and get your ass over there to Columbus Botanical Depot, 614-407-4420. Also, John Guthman, Jack Maxton Chevrolet, jackmaxton.com. Check him out today. Ryan Woods of Raw Designs, my man, designsbyraw.com. That's designs with a Z by raw.com. 614-425-7901. And last but not least, ZTP Magazine, Jeremy, Brian, Ashley, all the boys and girls over there. I love you guys. You're so awesome. Coldcock Whiskey. Go over to coldcockwhiskey.com/store to get your shot today. And be sure to take your shot of Coldcock Whiskey. Booyah. So, the first time I ever heard that, I was like, and it was a big
Amber
fist. I was
loves
like, what are you
vampire
gonna do
penis.
with that? It's a yellow fist
Hey,
with a
baby,
black
you
bottle.
listening? Yeah, you love vampire penis. She makes me put ice on my, after I get it, it's weird. Yeah, I should
Talk about Behind the Lens with John
Yeah,
Payne.
behind the lens, man. She makes me freeze it before I can have sex with her. It's weird.
There's a story when I was in high school. There's a girl that was in 8th grade that actually got a frozen hot dog lodged somewhere.
Dude, that's urban legend.
And,
I think
yeah.
Dude, I went to, we call her everybody. Everybody went to
think-
school with the hot dog girl.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
hot dog lady, whatever you
Right.
want to call her.
And we're not talking to lunch lady.
It was me.
So, Monty from Lincoln County Metalheads, I want to give a shout out to the room right now. Jennifer, Crystal, and Monty, and Photo Nation, Dave Sheets are all in there. There's many more people that are in there, and I can't see you
How many
because
people does it
nobody's.
say is in
It
there?
says there's 13 on my end. I don't know how many people are on your end.
I got 14 on
But
mine.
I
Is
want
that a
to.
new record?
I want to show some. No, I want to show some
Come on,
love.
people.
though.
Come on. We need to set the record.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go to Facebook Live here in a little bit in between breaks.
Facebook Live.
And
Grandma's
see
on
what's
Facebook,
going on.
man.
Yeah.
That'll spike the views.
Yeah, right. Put Grandma on. But
I'm telling you, you're gonna come back. You got whipped cream and strawberries.
Oh man.
We'll
don't
bring some
know.
viewers in here.
We could get some. Where's Prime now?
I know, right?
Right.
Come on now.
Yep.
Where's the runner at? Where's
Within
the runner
15
at?
minutes, right?
Right?
So
Hour or less.
we're gonna be talking about this day in music. We're gonna let John pick a year. We're gonna give him 4 and let him pick from
What?
1.
Oh.
We do this day in music. I'm gonna let you guys pick the year, and
Okay.
Siobhan has a couple other stories. Was
No,
there
we need to
anything
talk
else?
Just
about-
one. Just
Do
one
we
other.
have to take off right now? I mean, can we go ahead and finish what she brought up and tease the last segment we didn't get to talk about?
Yeah, that's what I was
Let's
actually
take
getting ready
5
to go into.
Oh, I interrupted you.
Oh,
I'm trying to tell this motherfucker how to do his show. Yep, John's had too much Crown Royal.
it's all right. You
I'm
can you
sorry, I
can
was
say you're
trying to
drinking
think- I
for
thought he
me
was going
too,
to a
since
break.
you know.
I thought he was going to a break, and I'm like, nah, man, we got to talk about her shit.
Hey, John. Jeff Lynch.
Jeff, what's up?
He says you should go to Georgia for some awesome photo opportunities down
I mean, dude, trust me, man. Here, that's one of the goals. Like I was talking about. I don't want to get into that.
Okay.
I want a Mercedes, fucking Springer van, and I'm going to travel the world. Let's talk about yours.
All right, honey.
All right. So, sorry, my tabs changed.
Wow.
man, I
Intern.
tried
My
to get
bad.
up, like,
my bad.
Oh, hell,
You
we
know,
gave her all that time.
I'm used to a
I got a
laptop,
butt.
not the iPad. So it's still an adjustment. It's
Okay.
it's different platforms. You know.
I'll give you that.
So
Different
so
platform.
so I talked about the heroin earlier. So I figured I'd do something a little more. Well, I don't really know that I want to say it's upbeat or positive, but so today
Taking it right up the
in
middle.
Lancaster, officials say they suspected prostitution leads to a search at a business there in Lancaster. So they executed a search warrant at a local massage studio and reported potential for human trafficking on Thursday. So excuse me.
Yeah, I think I saw something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
so
saw
I
something
heard
about
it.
that.
I heard it on the news, and after I heard it on the news, I was like, "Oh, I need to take a look at this."
Right.
So, and there we go. All right, sorry about that technical difficulties. So, they executed why, like pop-ups on my iPad. What's going on here? All right. Well,
get a Mac.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck you and your
I'm
Mac.
kind of like
PC, baby.
that's twice now. It wasn't my fault. All right, so all right, yeah.
So she's not gonna get a.
So-
I guess I don't get the
So
story.
I guess,
so.
she should have got a Mac, but,
Like,
So what we're gonna do, we'll jump to this real quick, and we'll give you an opportunity to get your bearings straight there, intern. But things you didn't know in the meantime, before we go to break, the Beatles have spent a total of 174 weeks at number 1 on the UK album chart. Elvis had 63 weeks, and ABBA had 57 weeks. ABBA. ABBA. Yeah, way back, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm old because I remember that.
What album do you remember, John?
All of it.
Oh,
Dude, I mean, I remember, like, growing up to Motown and shit. Mom listened to Motown. And, like, I was born in 1976.
wow. All right, man. Well, we're gonna hang on that.
You asked me what album. I was like, where are we going with this shit, dude?
Yeah, 1976.
You caught me off guard. I was, like, looking at my shit.
You want to go with that
attention.
year for?
19
you know
what?
what? We'll jump over to back. We'll be back after this. Go over to
Dude, John,
antmanvs.com.
quit fucking it up.
Check out the website. We're gonna get over there to painproductions.com. Oh man,
Just doing a little beat for you.
John is killing me over here, man.
Dude, told you. Hide the children.
All right, guys. You guys, we got a little bit left. We're going to do Douchebag Criminals as well, This Day in Music, and then we'll be out the door.
Local band features.
Yes. Make sure you guys stay tuned.
on an old strong bats filled full with the demon wind and fires and soul. It came. Howling night, the storm did a roll like a soulless abandoned death and toll. Lightning rips across the sky, the Jolly Roger it did fly. Like a waves of doom, the sea did rise, unholy crew with evil eyes, they screeched the sound. Old souls like darkened wine, black grapes the death pulled from the vine. The deck it rose and fell again, the tide it turned like a rolling sea. It came from seven seas, taking from us our will to be alive. Took from us our will to live, like shaggy dogs we all did give. Soul and blood and mind did find, sworn to go we all were blind. Us tight to mother's grip, she would not give or even slip, until each one of us would find the David Jones all in good time. We fell upon the rocks and shore, abandoned by that vicious horror alone. But we left for dead on the rock shores and on the bed. Storm she left us all to die, the thunder crashed as she did cry. Each one of us would not forget to scorn the girl with lots of bad we died. She took from us our will to live, like a shaggy dog we all did give. Soul and blood and mind did find, sworn to go we all were blind. She rose upon the bow so fast, her deadly arms and waves did crack, until each one of us did know she came for us, the storm did blow.
From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ZTPMag.com.
Can you bring some sense into this life?
What's going on, Music Familia? Welcome back to Antman Verses. That was Singing to a World right there. Brand new stuff. Pretty freaking awesome. This is War. Hope you guys are digging it. And wanted to jump back in here real quick. We had to jump in and have a smoke break. We're not allowed to do cigarettes in the studio for whatever reason. But what's going on, Mike Kane? Everybody in the chat room, man. Hope you guys are doing well. And this is quite interesting. Welcome, everybody, all the viewers, all the listeners in the chat room right now. You guys are checking out Antman Verses with John Payne, the man behind the lens. As John takes this small break right now, I want to give a huge shout-out to all my listeners, all my fans. First and foremost, we need to pay some bills right now, give some shout-outs to the sponsors. Columbus Botanical Depot. If you guys are interested in CBD, you guys want to make sure you guys go over to cbdhemphealth.com. My man Joe over there, 614-407-4420. You guys ask yourself, what is CBD? It's a promising psychocannabinoid found in agricultural hemp. It's been recognized for its benefits on human and animal health, and it's capable of affecting nearly every biological process. CBD is a non-psychotoxic, which means there are no euphoric feelings, none of that stuff. And it's pretty life-changing stuff, man. I have a bunch of information about it, but you can get your information today by going over to cbdhemphealth.com, or you can give my man Joe a call over at Columbus Botanical Depot at 614-407-4420. You guys want to also run over to give my man Seven from S7 Studios, go ahead and give them some love. I tapped out on my number of being able to let people click like today. So I'll have to wait until tomorrow, wake up, and add a whole nother list of people to invite to that whole situation. But it looks like it says we're up to 12 viewers in the chat room. But I know there's going to be more than that, because the best part about the whole thing is that you are able to come back to this. So if you're, out doing something and you can't catch it, welcome back, John.
Hello.
How's it going, my man?
We just figured out how you stay professional.
Yeah.
You bitch to your buddies' wives while you're smoking cigarettes outside. That's how you stay professional. You understand what we were just talking about?
Yeah.
You know, that's how you stay professional. Find a buddy's wife that you can smoke cigarettes and bitch to, and you'll be all right.
How do you, we were talking before a little bit about the shenanigans that goes on, and, we've had a lot of, jokey joke, but in all seriousness, man, what it comes back down to is you really love what you do, and, it's written through your work. I mean, one thing, you get pretty speechless, and you play the modest game a lot, which is cool. I'm the same way.
Gotta stay humble.
I get yelled at the same way all the time. But if it wasn't for the creativity, I mean, you're like a poet with a camera. It really is, and that's something. Somebody made that comment today.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I was told to tell you, somebody that's not going to be able to get a chance to listen to the show but has seen your work.
Well, thank you.
They live in Michigan, but they are not going to be able to listen to the show. They're actually in rehab right now. But he's seen your work, and he used to be a photographer, but he's fighting some demons right now. So, he had to take some time off, but,
Well, I appreciate that. That's awesome coming from another artist, especially,
Yeah. So. I think I've noticed that, in the industry, it's not really cliques. It's not really high school. It's really who's respectful and who's not. And you don't have to have a bad. I try to find the words to use to describe it, but you don't have to have a bad experience at A bar to end up at B bar and have a bad one verbally where it travel.
Right.
The worst problem is that your mouth, the word of mouth travels sometimes faster than the work or the art.
Right.
And so I think it's important, like you said, man, stay humble, stay true to yourself.
Right.
What's the biggest hurdle for you on a day-to-day as a photographer?
staying on task, like ignoring my cell phone. Honestly, it's staying on because I think we talked about it the other day when we were on the phone. It's like once you answer that first text, once you answer that first call, your day's over. Because for me, anyways, it's like I just get scatterbrained and I can't get back on task. My biggest hurdle every day is reassuring myself that I'm doing the right thing and that I'm moving in the right direction, because I still question myself every day.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I mean, I think about it. It's like, yeah, I do a lot of cool shit, but if Amber didn't have a good job, I wouldn't be doing this cool shit.
That is totally the truth.
It is.
Hello.
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 That was a hell of a hello.
Hello. This is Dolores.
Hi, Dolores. Oh no! Wait. No. God, what's
Is this my grandson?
Is it? Is this
what they used to call Dave over there at Shecky's? Agnes?
I,
God, what was it? Come on now,
What's
Dave.
up?
What's up, Dave? What they call you over there? Agnes or whatever? Come on, man. What's your nickname? Alice. Thank you. Alice.
Oh,
I was
man,
close.
Come on now. we don't need too many people knowing that.
Well, 13 people know now.
ladies and gentlemen, Dave Sheets from
the Angry Ginger.
Yes, the Angry Ginger. And we've been trying
I have
to
many
get you,
forms.
We've been trying to get you on the phone, man. And first and foremost, thank you, man. You want to talk a little bit about yourself for a second at all?
I'm just being stupid.
Oh, man, I would never do something like that. I mean, I'm just a very humble gentleman. I'm level-headed. I don't have a big ego.
We're talking about a guy who sends me pictures like, what are you doing with this? Why didn't you do this to this picture?
No, man, I'm a photographer. Like John, I've been doing it, I don't know, 12 years. Had a company, went back to school, kind of fell off. I got really busy, and I got sick, had 2 kidney transplants, and after almost dying a couple times, I said, F it, I'm living for me. And so I'm back in the game, and I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff, so I stay busy.
You had a couple questions for John, and I wanted to make sure I got you on the phone so you could have an opportunity to ask him.
What the hell?
Well, I'm sitting here with Rob, and as an aspiring photographer, what would you suggest would be a good camera to start off? Right now, I have a Canon Power Shoot. It's a 5 megapixel camera with it's got the built-in zoom. It's great. It's a great little camera.
Well, it depends what you want to do. I mean, and what you want to spend. You can get the entry-level DSLR, which is what I started with. I think I started with the Canon T3i. I think it's called the Canon T5i now.
Yep.
I think that's what it kind of replaced it.
I used to have that camera. It's a pretty good camera.
Yeah, I mean, it's entry level. You're not getting
started.
It gets you started, exactly. I shot for my first year with that, got acclimated to the DSLR camera. Then you make your next step up. It's got to, you just got. It's a process. Everything is a process if you're starting out.
How long have you been doing photography?
All right. Oh, what is it?
How long have you been doing photography?
I've been doing photos for 12 years, and I started
12
off
years,
kind
and
of
you're
like
still
John
doing
with
it.
the
You're
point
still
and
using
shoot,
a point and
taking
shoot.
pictures up the Alrosa when I worked there forever. I just have my camera and take pictures and realized I was good at it, and I was like, man, this is awesome. So I bought me a film camera, went to school, and then I just upgraded my stuff from there. And
I wanted to also get your take on the CBD, man. You had a chance to stop over and see my man Joe, Columbus Botanical Depot, and a very wise man sent you there, and wanted to see what your take on it was, man, live on air.
yeah, I was kind of hesitant to go down, but just realize it's not a bong shop. You're not going to go in there and have some dude like, hey, man, what do you need? What can I get for you? It's, I mean, very scientific, if that makes sense. Like,
oh, yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I'm walking into I don't know, like a holistic, not even like a hippie store, but someone, I mean, he knows what he's talking about. And I have a different situation. I'm on 15 different medications. I'm a kidney transplant patient, so I have to be real careful. on what I put in my body, and he actually wouldn't let me get anything until he did some research, and I talked to my doctor, and I got the thumbs up. So I've been started on an oral spray for 3 days, and it's, I mean, absolutely amazing, and it's hard to explain, but I mean, a couple minutes after you put a couple squirts in your mouth, you know, you kind of feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. Everything starts to relax, and it's awesome. You have to go down and ask questions, and they're not going to look at you like, oh my God, why is this person asking me so many questions? I mean, they'll take care of you and answer all your stuff. It's awesome, and I suggest it for sure.
Right on, man. So you also work at Muddy Creek Saloon, and they have some awesome shows coming up. Do you happen to have an in, or do you know what's coming up like in the near future at Muddy Creek? You can let everybody know about real quick.
Well, of course, you can go see the Facebook page and see what cool stuff we have coming up, but possibly. Every rose, and then we might have P.O. I forget the last letter of that, and then the old singer for 5 singer. Man, I forget. He's in a band now. Moto Car. I don't know, but possibly those bands. If you can work that puzzle out.
Yeah, definitely, man. Head over to the Facebook page, Muddy Creek Saloon. Give a shout out to Amy and Sam over there putting things down. And I hear Stevie Cade is in the kitchen.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the kitchen's up and going. He wrote our menu. We got some great brick-fired pizzas and some other stuff. So if you want some local music and grub, it's really good. And I wouldn't just say that because I work there. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
And even Sam's a Jew. He bought good quality.
Oh, man. You had to go there. You had to go there, Alice.
You got any more questions for...
Did I answer your question, man? Entry-level cannon.
No,
You can't fuck with the glass.
I'll just be messing with you, though, but you know, for someone that wants to know, I wanted to ask that question.
No,
But
I mean, I would get the
have never
entry-level
asked
Canon
you is,
DSLR because that's what you want.
Right.
I just talked to
But a serious question that I've never asked you is, do you specifically only shoot in RAW, or do you shoot in RAW and back it up with JPEG?
I shoot raw JPEG, but it's been probably about a year since I've actually used the JPEG files. I was just thinking about this a couple days ago. I'm like, why don't I just switch my settings to fucking RAW? Because, you know, for memory, you know, even though the JPEGs don't take up that much time, when you're offloading media, especially after shooting like a festival, and you're offloading RAW and JPEG, that's when it does matter. So, yeah, actually, Rock on Range, I'm probably going to do that right now. As a matter of fact.
You guys...
But that's a piece of advice I can give to anybody is, if you're shooting and you have the camera ability to do it, shoot RAW, because when you get that sweet picture and you want to blow it up to a 20 by 30 and you shot JPEG and you have a small file size and you go to upload it to a reputable site and it's like, oops, file size too small for this large print, you're going to be bummed.
This is true. This is a big thing. Yeah, and he has it raw.
Am I raw?
Yeah, you are.
I'm just raw, right?
Yeah.
I'm raw. Oh, hold on.
But so
we're raw dogging.
Hey, so I'll involve you, Dave, in this. So I'm gonna give you 4 dates. I'm gonna give John 4 dates, and I'm gonna let you guys pick from those 4 dates on this day in music. Fair enough?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. All right, John, we'll go first with you.
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah.
1967, 1971, 1975, or 1986.
1975, the year before I was born.
Jefferson Starship gave a free concert in New York Central Park in front of 60,000 fans. The band and concert sponsor, WNEW-FM, were forced to pay $14,000 for cleaning up and damage done to the park after the event.
Yeah.
All right. Dave, you ready?
I'm ready, brother.
That's a lot of money.
All right, man, here we go.
They fuck shit up.
1981, 1986, 1996, 2001.
I'm going to go with the year I was born, 1981.
All right. Meatloaf filed for bankruptcy with debts and over $1 million to his record company and other horse track dealings.
All right. Would he do anything for love? That's the question.
Evidently, he loves horses.
Obviously. All right. Dave, thank you so much, man, for being a part of our show tonight.
Angry
and
Ginger.
We appreciate you and what you do out there. Give everybody our love, man, and keep doing the great job that you're doing with the photography and supporting local the way you are.
And stroking Sam.
Woo! A little Barab action for you.
A little. Never mind.
Go ahead, tell Barab that we will see him. He's got a show coming with Non-Point, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Old 8-pound.
Yep.
Yup.
Old 8-pound.
Right on, guys.
That was one hell of a show.
Rob.
All right, guys. Well, it was good chatting with you guys. Thank you so much.
Dread Engine Black Coffee, Grindhouse.
Yeah.
Dude.
We will see you guys real soon. Dave, Barab, have a good night, guys.
All right, everybody.
Later.
Later.
All right, John. So, man, how can they get in this raffle? A lot of people are going to want to know.
The raffle's at, it's listed on my website.
Fair enough.
I mean, I've got it on my Facebook.
Like,
on
it's
Payne
pretty
Productions,
easy.
Payne Productions 2013 on Facebook. John Payne on Facebook.
You made it pretty easy to be able to enter. I mean,
It's just, yeah. You just go in. I mean, you just click on the photo. You pay your $10, and your name will be on the ticket and put in for the drawing.
It looks like in the chat room, June 16th to 17th, Lincoln County Metalheads Head Fest at Muddy Creek Saloon. It's going to be going on over there. And Monty says we've only been using raw JPEG until we only been using until we get the software. It looks like
what do you mean software? You need Adobe Lightroom. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, Adobe Lightroom, shooting raw.
Mike Kane, 9.8 pound grindhouse. Hell yeah!
Yeah, 8-pound. I think 8-pound played with Non-Point last time they came to town, didn't
Yes,
they?
they did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, any shout outs, John? Show. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
My wife, Amber. She's amazing. 99.7 The Blitz, because without those guys, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Evil Iron Customs, Barnyard Baggers, and now I'm going to forget somebody. I feel bad about it. I always do.
What is...
And Antman Verses is the shit.
I'm trying, man. Like, dude, do you remember...
It's pretty cool, man. We're in your basement. We're smoking weed. We're drinking. I got to, bitching your wife outside and got the vent, so I can be professional on the air, because they're talking about people who think I'm entitled, but it has nothing to do with me. You burnt your own bridge.
That's something to be said. And what do you think about the bands that show up to, there's 4 bands on a bill, and then at midnight there's 2 bands in the bar? Are you in agreement that bands should support each other and that all the bands should stay full?
If you're on a show and you don't stick around after you play, you're a fucking douchebag. Straight up, you're a douchebag.
Absolutely.
And, I've heard, I keep hearing from a lot of people, in the music industry and our local scene that are like, I can't get on shows. Like, my band can't get on shows. And I'm like, but aren't you that band that left early? Aren't you that?
Right.
And that's like, that seems to be like the first thing that everybody seems to remember about you.
Right.
It's not how well you performed. It's not even sometimes the instruments. Sometimes they're so fascinated with your instruments, they don't pay attention to you. They just stare at your instruments all night long.
Well, that's a big problem with a lot of local bands, but there's a lot of fucking badass bands in the city. It hasn't been like this in a long time.
No.
And we haven't had a chance to talk about this. I did want to talk about it, but it's like the Columbus metal scene is probably, as far as talent-wise, the talent pool that's there right now is something I haven't seen in 10, 15 years. And it's like, seriously, it's there. It's just people got to fucking take control of it and quit looking at your necks.
Yeah.
Quit looking at your necks. It really does matter. I mean, I know you're looking at me like, but it's like, people look at that shit. You know what I mean? Who do we see? Who else? Pay the Toll.
Yeah.
Them fucking dudes surprised the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, Pay the Toll. I was like, are these guys from Toledo? Are they Akron? Like up by the toll road?
Yeah.
You know. And then they came out on stage, and I was like, oh hell, that's Brand. And they came out, and Gary, like with his vocals, and is on stage, and it's just like, wow, these guys are fucking good, man.
Right.
It just blew me. You know, it just you go to these local shows now, and you're gonna be surprised. And that's a good thing around here. Now, if everybody can figure out a way to unite and work all together and support each other, don't leave the fucking show early.
Yeah, you know, the biggest thing is support, man. And
Yes.
I think at the
Support
end of the
other
day,
shows.
I think we've gotten away from the big picture of things. You know, I know things have come from a long way. I know we're going over our time, but I really don't care. I pay the bills here, motherfucker. So, but you know, truthfully though, like at the end of the day, you have to, like you said, you know, I feel like we beat it over the head. I feel like a broken record because it seems like you're always leading. No disrespect to anybody, but I don't like holding the kid's hand across the street more than a couple of times.
Right.
You need to learn to
Right.
look. You need to look both ways before crossing the street. That's something you need to learn. So, you know, I'll hold your hand one or two times, but you know what you do here, looking in my eye, and what you do over there, talking to whoever, is important. And you need to maintain the same status, same mind process, the same wording, same everything. Because artists are the truest motherfuckers you'll ever meet in your life. That's real talk. If you're a real artist, doesn't matter. Photography, musician, drummer, you're an artist. You're an artist. And and if you're really into your stuff, you know when somebody's BSing you.
Yeah.
You know, so there's no excuses in this industry. I've never given any excuses except for like when, you know. I don't even think my disability is an excuse, man. I know it hinders me. It holds me back from being able to make a lot of shows and do a lot of what I want to do. So that's kind of what gave me this, because worst case scenario, man, if I end up in a wheelchair from this disability, which might likely happen in the next 15 years or so, realistically talking, real talk, I can still build a ramp to get up on this motherfucking stage.
You can still get up here.
Hell yeah. You know,
Right.
I'll power my ass down in my power chair and get down
We're
here.
just talking about outside. If you got a disability, you know, you got to
find a way.
realize
You're not
you got to know your
disabled.
limitations.
Yeah, you're not disabled.
just
You're
gotta know your
handy-able.
limitations.
You gotta be handy able, and
Yes.
yeah, I love that term.
Yeah.
I mean,
Handy-
Handy able.
That's
How
awesome,
bad
yeah.
do you
Yeah.
want it? You know?
Right, but you also got to know your limitations.
Right.
And you got to know what you got to do.
Yeah.
And
then
that's
you
part
go
of
find.
it.
If you can't do what you love because of whatever's making you limited, find something else.
Right.
You know.
Mike Kane chimes in. That's right. Stick around till the end. I've done it for 20 years. Haven't been in a band in 7 years. Still, you have to stick it out, man. Up to
Absolutely.
You have to stick it up and man up at the shows. Jennifer agrees as well. And Monty Brown says, "Pay the Toll is fucking awesome."
Yes, they are, man. I
Mike-
was blown away.
Mike Kane, I don't know about newer bands these days, but it's always hard to get shit done local-wise in bands from 80s, 90s, and up in Columbus. And, you know, my biggest thing a lot of people don't know is I'm from that you know, that stupid state up north crap. But I'm a Buckeye fan through and through, man. Scarlet and Gray all the way. Yeah, right.
right.
Fuck this, I quit.
Oh wait!
But you know, but I knew about Dimebag Darrell and I knew about the Alrosa Villa well before I ever lived here. So when I moved here, you know, and you saw the autographed poster I have of Bobaflex. If Marty knew if I had that, that's probably like very few in existence that's autographed. If he knew I had it, he'd probably kick my ass and take it from me. And I'd let him because he's got golden, gorgeous hair. So, you know.
Well, yeah, it's all about the hair.
It's all about the hair.
Oh, that hair.
But, you know, it's important to show up, follow through. I mean, these are all things that I think we're all, like, instilled with from the start. And it's just somewhere along the way we get, I don't know.
It happened about 1985. That's when everybody started getting raised by McDonald's and started having entitlement issues.
It's true, but there are some exceptions.
I know.
You can't.
I know. We talked about this.
You can't.
Sorry, that's a whole nother show, bro.
Yeah, that is definitely.
That's a whole nother show.
So, like I said, man, head over to painproductions.com.
That's right.
Show them some love over there, and make
Show
sure.
Antman some
and,
love.
yeah, we're trying to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube
We're
so we
at
can change.
81 right now.
We're at 81
and we
right now.
started at the show. We started at 79, so we've gotten 2 in the
Hell
in the
yeah, I
show.
like
Yeah.
the shit,
So
people.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and we're growing here and getting bigger, and
He's a
it's-
grower, not a shower.
Yep. I've invested my entire life's work into this project, man, and I'm excited to show off.
Pain commentary, y'all.
It is. You know, I'm gonna have to put this.
Like the producer with the noises. And shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, this whole time. Seriously, this whole time, like I've been listening to you guys, it's like I have these noises going
Me
off
too.
on the sound effects in
Right.
my head when
Just
he's talking.
missing
to
the board.
Like I'm like, dude, this would be so cool.
Yeah.
It'd be fun, but
So
fart
definitely.
jokes are great.
Thank you so much,
Thank you for
John,
having
for
me.
doing what you do as an artist.
Guys, thank you for
and
doing what you do.
photographer. I'm just trying to be me, man. I
Me
leave
too.
the hard work to the professionals.
I like what you got going on here, man. I hope you guys do what you know.
The goal is
you're
a
setting out to do.
24/7 internet radio station and trying to build something that local people can afford to be a part of. Because
You talking like 24-hour
yeah,
cam?
no.
Oh,
What
I
we'll
was
do,
like, damn.
we'll go.
People pay big money for that shit.
Right?
Yeah, we'll figure
Put
out.
one in your bathroom, dude. You got your fucking shit paid for.
Yeah, right. No shit. Damn.
Hey, it's true. People are weird these days.
Yes, they are.
They are.
There's a website for everything.
There is, isn't it?
Just hyperlink it.
Oh my god! Just and don't let Google search your shit, man. You'll get some freaky shit, man. Go somewhere other than Google.
Any other words of advice before we get out the door, John?
Pee before you leave the venue.
Yeah.
That's all. Pee before you leave the venue.
Yeah.
That's actually good advice. that really is good
I'm
advice.
telling you. Pee before you leave. Trust me, you'll love me for it.
Jennifer says bow chicka wow wow, by the way. And so Monty also says Mike, check out Lincoln County Metalheads. That's all we do is film and shoot local metal bands. It's a great scene.
Yes,
and
sir.
It definitely is, man. So all these people that I talked about, John, S7 Studios.
S7 Studios just
Yeah.
did a hell of a job on my fucking logo.
He just did my media passes.
Yeah, he did yours, and then Black Coffee. Dude, I'm telling you, there's a lot of bands that are good in this town. There are. Black Coffee, kids. Black Coffee. Mark my words. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I hope none of my other band friends get mad. Seriously, there's something there. That's not that nobody else is gonna take off. Those kids got something special.
Rick, I don't know if they can handle 24/7 of the Ant-Man, bro. He's the Ant-Man 24/7. I don't know.
22nd Dimension's getting ready to go on tour.
Yes, they are.
That's fucking awesome. They're doing some pavement touring. Like Jeremiah was talking to me about going out and doing some photography work. It's just not, our schedules aren't going to work out, but that's awesome to see them out doing something. You know what I mean? It's great.
I would love to travel out, like do a live stream thing, like on the road.
That would be cool.
You know what I mean? Like travel behind you and like,
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's that. I mean, there's.
I'm small.
We're in a voyeur world now.
Yeah.
It's what it is. It's what it's become. It's social media driven. People want to see what everybody else
It
is
melts
doing.
in your mouth, not in your hand, bitches.
Yeah.
There was this one time, though.
Yeah. Wow.
Monty, ZTV Magazine, Pain Productions, Electric Perception,
ZTV.
Antman Verses, Chicks in the Pit, and Lincoln County Metalheads, bringing you the best from Central Ohio. Dude. I was thinking about it. You're like the Lebowski of photography, John.
Why? You know what I get? I get fucking Miles Kennedy.
Yeah.
I'm the Miles Kennedy of photography.
I never really looked at it like that.
Yeah.
Am I Miles Kennedy? Do I look like Miles Kennedy? I get that all the time. What's the Lebowski? You mean because I'm a stoner?
Well, yeah, because the dude with the camera. You said earlier.
Oh yeah, I'm the dude. I'm just a dude with a camera, and I like to smoke weed.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
You want to hang out? Come burn with me.
Right? Absolutely.
Grab me outside.
Go ahead, show some love to my sponsors, man. Columbus Botanical Depot, 614-407-4420. ZTPmagazine.com. Jeremy, Ashley, and Brian, all the boys and girls over there. designsbyraw.com. That's designs with a Z. Ryan Woods, 614-425-7901.
Now, don't forget about Craig.
Oh yeah, and Craig. Well, Craig, I don't hear much from him.
Well,
so
Craig's
it's kinda,
been. I mean, but he's getting back in the game.
Craig, I miss you. I miss you, Craig. I do. I miss you, Craig. I miss you, Craig. Craig, I miss you, Craig.
I miss you, man.
I miss you, Craig.
Dude, he used to be at all the shows and shit. He'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, man.
Hey,
You always knew
man.
Craig would be there with a joint, but no,
He's
where's
my
Craig
Jim
been?
Brewer. He's
Where in
my
the
Jim
fuck's
Brewer.
Craig been?
Yeah. So John Guthman from Jack Maxton, give a shout out to them as well.
Go buy a
And
car from that guy, man. He will hook you up.
I'm telling you what, yeah, that ain't even no joke. So make sure you guys check them out, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday for Antman Verses. We got some big shows coming up this weekend, and if you guys have an opportunity, Boba Flex is tonight, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And Trapped Smile Empty Soul is going to X Factor 1 May 13th at the Park Street Saloon. What else? Ironhead Inc., Dead Reason, King Oblivion, Black Hat Nation, all on Friday, May 12th. Make sure you guys check that out at the Basement. That's going to be pretty awesome. Hail Shot, Gudger, Weed Demon, Dune, Ruby's.
Gudger's another. God, I love Gudger.
Yeah.
Fuck, God, I love Gudger.
Yep. Ruby's, Columbus, Ohio, 1978 Summit Street, Columbus, Ohio, like I said. Duh. Friday, May 12th. Make sure you guys are over there. $8, cover 18 and up at the door. Doors at 8 p.m. Music at 8:30. And let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, yeah, Head PE is coming to town. Going to be at the Whiskey Warehouse on June 2nd with Motor Grader and From Ashes. That's going to be pretty awesome, man. And if you guys are into festivals, I try to throw something different for everybody out there because there's something for everybody. And Music and Arts Festival coming up, the NARB Cubed, I believe, the 3rd annual Narbecue is coming up. Music Arts Festival looks like July 1st at noon. Zoo Trippin'. Obi-Wan Shinobi is going to be there. The Shake a Shake.
Star Wars?
Yeah, that's they played off of that. Yeah, and the.
I thought the real deal was. Fuck, I'm pissed now.
And so it looks like Skashank Redemption and
up.
Soul Monsters. Soul Monsters is going to be there. Damn you, John. Damn you all to hell.
Rock on the range, bitches. Fucking Metallica. What are you talking about?
Right, yeah, right, exactly.
I can't wait for that shit.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. Woo! All right, guys, we are getting out the door, man. Thank you
Stone
guys
sour.
for being part of the action, and I will see you guys Tuesday. All right, John, thanks, man.
All
I
right,
appreciate
man.
you.
I'm glad we got run over as much as we could.
All right,
Right.
man. See you guys Thursday.